everyone, it's the Miserable Movie Man back once again with another video. So a few cool new trailers have dropped. I was going to review both of them in the same video, but I think I will save Dune 3 for another time because I am way more excited for Maul Shadow Lord. It's coming out in just under a month. I think this is the last trailer Disney's going to show before the show comes out. And I really enjoyed the trailer. I think hopefully this is going to be another great animated Star Wars series. I mean, Star Wars has done way better in the animated space for me since the prequels. So obviously, Clone Wars and Rebels, Bad Batch, and even Tales of the Empire, Tales of the Jedi. And with Maul Shadow Lord, it would be cool to see how they develop the plot as to where Maul is in films like Solo and other areas. Of course, if you know the history, you know that George Lucas was planning to bring Maul back as the sort of big villain in episodes 7 to 9. He was going to be the person that was going to be orchestrating everything behind the scenes as part of the head of all of the criminal organizations in the Star Wars universe. And that was a kind of a cool plot twist. I think when we first see Maul in Phantom Menace, yeah, he's the big bad, he's the villain, but he doesn't come across as that smart. Obi-Wan flips over him and he just looks confused before Obi-Wan hits him. He has a high ground. If he has a high ground, he shouldn't really do it. And I guess we saw that symmetry in the Revenge of the Sith, where Anakin tries the same thing. But Maul was always the sword. He was always the weapon, and it was clear that the Emperor was the smart one. But what the Clone Wars really did was flesh him out to be a much more interesting and complex character. Someone who has extreme determination, very much driven by hatred and revenge. And I think Ray Park, who did a great job in The Phantom Menace, probably couldn't pull that off. Quick fact, one of my very good mates in the UK trained a lot with Ray Park before he got Star Wars, and knows a lot of those same moves, so it was pretty cool when Ray got Star Wars, although he didn't exactly get the money that he probably deserved for it. But he said Ray was a good guy, a nice guy, he trained with him a lot, so Ray deserves all that success. But to have Maul as a key villain with a range of acting ability and have him be this person who is now ascending to the throne of the underworld, with all great respect and deference to Ray Park, I'm not sure Ray could have pulled it off. So having him do this in the animated show is amazing. Sam Witwer doing the voice, which is almost like an Emperor style voice. We need a weapon, we need someone to fight the Empire. It's kind of there and thereabouts, so I enjoyed that. It's nice that Maul is now really allying with anyone to go up against the Empire to take down the people that wronged him, right, or that left him. He really should be more, I guess, antagonistic towards the Jedi. They're the ones that killed him initially, but I guess he feels the Emperor is the one that pulled the rug out from under him, so that's why he's going after the Empire as it is. And this show looks really cool. I mean, the action alone looks amazing, stuff that we haven't seen that sort of level of action in a while. Hopefully the intrigue and the plot of who is that person trying to go against Maul. Is it like a Sith apprentice? Are they wearing armor made of cortosis? What's going on with the Jedi that's helping Maul out? Who's that? Where do they come from? What's their story? A lot of interesting questions, and if it's the same level of show running that the other animated shows I've had, I'm really looking forward to this. My son is really looking forward to this. He's a huge fan of all the animated shows, especially Bad Batch and Clone Wars. So, seeing more come to the fore, I think would be really cool, really interesting. I do hope a lot of it is kind of painted in the background of sort of big events that we know occur. And of course, we do see hints of what Maul is up to in the animated shows, as well as in Solo when he appears at the end. So that rise to power, that sort of plot against the Empire, did he have some part to play in what happened in the events of Jedi? What Maul was doing in between Sith, Revenge of the Sith, and A New Hope will be really interesting to see. If they tie in all of the in-universe events with this show, that would be really great, seeing him working in the background. So far, very excited, very hyped by the trailer. A few little throwaway lines that are quite cool. Laser sword, which famously people get very upset about, although George Lucas called it that for many years is even a line in Phantom Menace, and I think lightsaber was suggested by Alec Guinness to George Lucas as a more refined way of saying it. At last we will have our revenge. We need a weapon. Lots of cool lines they throw in the trailer that really tie back to the original films and to the animated shows that we've all come to watch and love. So hopefully, fingers crossed, this is a great new addition to the Star Wars animated TV universe, which is top notch. If it can come close to those shows, I'll be very happy and very, very excited to watch it. Obviously, they're going to show a lot more of the sort of underworld and parts of Coruscant that we maybe haven't seen so much before. Lucas did have all those plans for an underworld show, and maybe they're taking some of that and putting it into this series, because I think they had 50 scripts ready to go. So it'd be cool how they use that information, or they use that material as a source for episodes or story arcs here. But yeah, it's coming out very soon. Very excited. Let me know what you think of in the comments below. Do you agree, disagree? Are you excited or not? As usual, please like, share and subscribe to help support the channel, and catch you next time.